17 laps, 17 cars, all the cars from the Criminal Enterprises DLC, including all the drip feed cars. Let's do it. Damn, not the best start. We're starting in the postlude because it will hopefully give us the safest and cleanest first lap. Because oh my god, it's happened before we even got to the first corner. Someone's upside down. Someone. Oh god, how is this happen? How is this possible? What has just happened in front of my eyes? I've gone from mid-pack to like top 5 in the first couple of corners. Alright, well, let's settle in anyway. Postlude is a new coupe. I'm surprised it's not in the compacts, to be honest. It is a very small car. Probably the most unoriginal name for any car Rockstar has ever given us. Bloody hell! Based on the prelude, and this is postlude. It doesn't feel particularly quick, to be honest. I'm gonna try and give some thoughts on the cars as we go through. Obviously, some of these are unreleased, and I'm gonna be doing the testing when they come out. But some of them have had their handling tweaked by the Project Homecoming guys to make them actually nice. You know, some of the handling flags removed, and the tow values on the Kanjo, which are probably going to make it not drive very nicely and do what it wants with the steering, that's been removed. The LM87's automatic like self-boosting has been removed. So, alright, 10F. So the performances aren't going to be, you know, perfectly compatible and representative of what they'll do when we get them and with the testing, but hey, we get to see these cars, we get to drive them a little bit, see what they're going to be like. But we've got all the cars from the new DLC in this, 17 laps, so we're going to have one lap for every car. There's going to be different paces of cars, obviously, and then, as I always say with these random select races, it all comes together by the end. 10F obviously has the active spoiler, but is probably going to have the same behaviour as the Torero, the Italia RSX, the Omnis EGT, the Comet S2s, where the spoiler actually doesn't improve grip at all. So it's going to be stuck in a state without any grip. And I'm pretty sure at this point that's intentional. I think Rockstar are doing that on purpose because the cars that have that behaviour are perfectly fine like that, and if they suddenly got the grip level, the extra grip from the spoiler, it would break things, honestly. Especially the RSX would be quicker than everything except an open wheeler. So SM722 next. I already got that one. That one was a little bit of I wouldn't say disappointment, but maybe for the money it was. The looks don't do it for me with this car. Like, they just, I don't know. A lot of people seem to like this car, and it just doesn't do it for me. I don't think I'll be keeping it in-game, especially given its performance and handling isn't fantastic. It's not the nicest to drive. 10F felt quite nice to drive, though. I'll give it that. The 10F felt really nice. Nicer than the 9F. Bloody hell, that is quick. That might be the new quickest off-roader, especially if some early reports or anything to go by as well. Smart using the off-road section of that corner. We do have the 10F wide body still to come as well, though, so we'll get double 10F goodness. But yeah, again, the performances aren't going to be perfectly representative, but that Drauga does seem very quick. Oh, that's a big old crash. Sentinel Classic wide body chasing down the Brioso 300 wide body. I'm so disappointed. Oh, the Brioso does not turn. The Brioso does not turn. Seems like it's not too bad in a straight line, but no grip. I'm so miffed that the Sentinel Classic wide body doesn't have the Ron livery that the regular Sentinel Classic does. I love the look of this car in the wide body version so much more than the regular Sentinel Classic. I'm so disappointed that it doesn't have the Ron livery. Obviously, all of these cars will be coming to the game at some point, but most of them are part of the drip feed, which I've already done a video showcasing the drip feed cars and the order that they're going to be released and the prices and everything. But yeah, obviously they're not all in game right now. Sentinel Classic wide body's nice. I might have one anyway, despite it not having the Ron livery. Oh, there's the Brioso. So I'm going to experience what this is like. I'm going to slow down plenty. Yeah, it turns like a Brioso 300 does. This is basically a quicker Brioso 300. It's just as bad in the corners, but it's quicker at a straight line. This is going to be a cool car to race with, I reckon. Unless it's got some funky, like, advanced flags or something that make it nicer to drive here, and it's not going to be as nice to drive on vanilla GTA. Nope. This is going to be fun to race with. It's not particularly quick. Yeah, this isn't suddenly going to become the quickest in compacts or anything. But it'll be fun to race with bigger speed and not an awful lot of grip. Wide body cars do it for me, I think. Just in the same way that I said the SM722 doesn't do it for me. Like, these wide body kits on these cars do it for me. Oh, that's... I thought he was going to go for it. I had to back out of that one. Torero XO. Easily my favourite car from the DLC so far. From the ones that I've driven on vanilla GTA anyway. I wonder if the spoiler works on Project Homecoming. It feels more grippy than it does on vanilla GTA. Because the spoiler, again, like the Italia RSX, like the 10Fs are probably going to be, the spoiler actually isn't giving it any increased traction. It's just locked to forever being in a state with no improved traction from a spoiler. And to be honest, I love the way that it handles. It's basically the Adder 2.0, the Torero XO. Big speed, not an awful lot of grip. It's got a massive engine upgrade, so it's fast in a straight line. And its grip isn't the greatest, but it's still very nice and quite balanced to drive. So much fun to race with this car in vanilla GTA. I think the spoiler's working here though. So it's definitely more grippy here than what it is in vanilla GTA. I like it a lot better how it, like, if Rockstar have made that as an intentional thing with the cars that they've made it be stuck with, like, stock spoiler performance, then I think they've made a good decision, honestly. It's basically what they've done is a way to have an active spoiler without the spoiler bonus for an active spoiler is what they've done. And some cars don't need the spoiler upgrade to be good to drive. A lot of them don't, honestly. One of the worst decisions they've made was to make spoilers increase traction, in my opinion. The cars were so much better before that. I think all cars now, if you just removed the spoiler upgrade giving the extra traction, they would all just be so much more interesting to drive. The traction to power ratio is just too far the wrong way. And it seems like in the last few DLCs they've introduced cars that are kind of correcting that a little bit, like the Torero with its stock spoiler behaviour, but fast in a straight line. This is quite nice. I wonder what it would be like. This can get the HSW upgrades, so I wonder how quick it's going to be. It doesn't feel like Buffalo. Is it Buffalo STX? The top muscle car. It doesn't feel like Buffalo STX pace. Maybe the HSW upgrade will make it competitive in muscle. Doesn't feel like that as standard though. Greenwood. We know about the Greenwood. Halfway through. But again, any insights I'm giving on the car's performance, take with a massive grain of salt. Take with a cup full of salt, because the performances are different on Project Homecoming, slightly at least. Thing is, the HSW cars tend to just demolish the classes, apart from sports. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that HSW Figero, just because it's an HSW car, just, you know, demolishes the muscle class and it's the only one you can use. The race is going not so bad. Again, people are going to have different cars, faster cars early and slower cars later on, and it will all come together towards the end, so we'll see where I end up once it's all filtered out. Weevil Custom. This is now, the Weevil Custom, when it releases, is going to be one of the most powerful cars in the entire game in terms of engine power. It has a massive engine upgrade on the same level as the Pariah, 400%. Normal is like, level 4 engine is normally like 100. The Weevil is 400, which is exactly what the Pariah is and what made the Pariah so quick. So the Weevil, this Weevil Custom is probably going to have like a monstrous top speed. But it doesn't seem like it's handling too great around the corners, so I don't think it's going to be anything good in a race. But what class is the Weevil Custom? Muscle is it going to be? I've actually forgotten. But yeah, its engine power when it's maxed out is one of the highest in the game. I can't remember exactly what place it is, but like super high. It's like most cars' engine power is like a 0.3 or something when it's fully upgraded, and this is a 0.6 or something. Oh, the Pariah might be 300. I actually thought the Pariah was 400, but either way, it's a Pariah level engine upgrade for this Weevil Custom. Not even the HSW cars have that kind of engine upgrade values. Yeah, it is. The Weevil Custom's in muscle. Yeah. Could be the new quickest muscle car in a straight line. The Weevil Custom. It's not going to be doing anything around the lap, I imagine, with that grip. Omnis EGT. This is probably the biggest flop for me of the DLC car-wise. Does not live up to the Omnis name. It's an electric car with like no acceleration. It's so disappointing as far as electric cars go. It feels so like slow on acceleration. That's not what you want from an electric car. Give me the regular Omnis any day. Alright, we got 7 cars to go. In 7th still. The Ruiner ZZ8. This does absolutely nothing for me as well, looks-wise. Seems fairly decent for a muscle car. It's just off the pace of like mid-sport cars with that SM722, so maybe it'll be like mid-muscle car pace. Probably quicker than the regular Ruiner, but certainly nowhere near Buffalo STX levels. The new Vigero, even stock, felt a little quicker than this, honestly. And then that's got the HSW upgrade to come. Still got that Kanjo to go. There it is. Kanjo SJ. So this isn't going to drive anywhere near as nice on vanilla as it's about to on this lap. Because it has the same sort of toe values for the front wheels as the Blister Kanjo. And the Blister Kanjo, as we know, does not drive very nicely. Because it's all over the road with its sentient front wheels going all over the place on their own accord. So I imagine the Kanjo SJ is just going to be very similar to that. It's not going to do anything in the coupes class, just like the Postlude. It'll be the new tuner though. I think the Postlude and the Kanjo SJ are going to be the new tuners class cars. But again, they're not going to do anything in the tuners class or the coupes class. So, holy moly. What have I still got to go? I know I've got the LM87. It's going to be a decently quick lap. But I'm quite far back from a lot of people. Unless they've still got like a lot of slow cars to go, but I don't know, I don't feel like I've driven too badly in this one. No major mistakes. I've seen other people make major mistakes. Oh yeah, Corsita I've still got 10F wide body. I knew he was going to go for it. There's the Corsita. I quite like the Corsita. Looks wise and handling wise. I really wish it didn't have the bouncy advanced flags on vanilla. This is my first experience of the Corsita without the bouncy flag. And as expected, it's just so much nicer. Got the dead. Oh, here's the Drauga. I forgot about this. I forgot that I still had to have this. Yeah, this is decent grip. Decent speed, decent acceleration. This is like... This feels like a beefed up Camacho. This is like Camacho 2.0. And the Camacho is already towards the top of the off-roads class. Are we going to be on Vagrant and BF 400 territory? It's a possibility. Damn, the acceleration. I've got the same acceleration as an LM87. Yeah, this is going to be decent in the off-roads class. Keep an eye out for the testing for this. There are going to be 2 weeks where I can't test cars. Pretty much after this goes up as a video, the next 2 weeks I won't be able to test cars because I'm away. But I'll obviously test it when I come back, and then all the releases after that I'll be testing every day they come out, every Thursday. Everything always gets tested eventually. Yeah, this is going to be decent. 10F wide body. 2 more to go. I'm saving the LM87 for last. Active spoiler on this too. So again, it's probably also going to have the same thing where it doesn't get any bonus from the spoiler, active or otherwise. So it's probably not going to be quite as grippy in vanilla GTA as it is here. It's certainly not going to be on top sports car pace this, but it feels a competent vehicle, the two 10Fs. Both of them seem decent, so they might be, you know, A tier, B tier, something like that in the sports class. Oh, this is scary. The 10F wide body should be quicker than the regular 10F as well, based on the handling files. Looks like it's got a little bit more grip and more power. Obviously the wide body is the Benny's upgrade for it. Starting to bring back these positions now as people are getting some of the slow cars. Couldn't do it. I was hoping he might let me, but he didn't, so I couldn't commit to that. Oh, the Reinhardt! I've been excited about this one, honestly. Oh, do I wait? Oh, I'll see if he calls me out. I mean, I was on the outside. He was on the outside even. I was in front. I couldn't really turn much more. Chat saying don't wait? Chat saying don't wait at least. I'm excited for this. I might deck out my Reinhardt in like full-on race mod stuff with the big spoiler and race livery. This feels pretty decent for sedans. I don't know whether it's quite on the top pace, but it could be. At least not too far away. Again, performances aren't going to be perfectly the same, but I'm looking forward to this car, the Reinhardt. Feels quite nice to drive as well. Alright, last lap, LM87. I think the best I can do is 6th. I don't think I'm going to be able to get top 5. Top 5's too far away. Although the LM87's bloody quick. Nah, top 5's way too far away. They've driven better than me. during the course of this race. It all evens out towards the end. It's an LM87 just in front of me in 5th place as well, so just gonna miss out on the top 5. Haven't driven well enough. It's been a clean race, but I guess I haven't driven fast enough. I've driven cleanly, but not quickly. Although 6th isn't too bad. In a lobby of good drivers. Nice to have the LM87 on the final lap as well. Quickest car at the end. I think I got slowed down by traffic a fair bit during that one as well. Couldn't utilise some of the quickest cars to the best of their abilities, but fun race to try them all before they all release. I think some decent cars, to be honest, from the DLC. I'm looking forward to testing some of those. Some of them aren't going to be as nice to drive as what they were there, but based on those laps, some of them are going to be quite nice, I think. And also, some of them might be competitive. Again, some definitely won't be, but some of them might be.